I am Shae Peppler. We're going to break down all the hottest topics surrounding the Chicago Bears and everything around the National Football League.
Now, you can't forget the 2 turnovers in the red zone and the roughing the passer call on Leonard Floyd. After the game, he said he didn't even think he touched Brock Osweiler on that play. Matt Nagy had no comment on the officiating.
3 games, 12 days. You guys are done now. You get a little bit of a mini bye. How does it feel to come away 3-0 in those 3 games?
It was huge.
It was from Bears linebacker Danny Trevathan. His grandmother, who has been battling cancer the last several years, surprised Danny at practice. Grab a tissue and take a listen.
Khalil Mack has a forced fumble and a sack in all 3 games that he has played as a Chicago Bear. And he leads a defense that has pushed this Bears team into first place in the NFC North.
Well, George, there's really not much celebrating going on in the locker room, if I'm being honest. This was a pretty calm bunch for such a thrilling game. They were just sitting down, answering questions, not letting the moment get too big for them.
And you have my favorite necklace on. So how long are we going to rock this? How many weeks in a row?
Probably until we lose.
Now, Gar and Pax both said this draft went as expected. They said they did not feel the need to move up given the situation the Bulls are in and the assets that they have. They also said they have practiced patience with this rebuild, and they will continue to do that throughout free agency this summer.
There was this common theme that something was a little off with the Chicago Cubs this year. He said there wasn't that same killer instinct or sense of urgency that he felt in 2016. And if he was being honest, that notion that it's just a long season and everything will come together, that is how you fall 1 game short.
Now, Matt Nagy said earlier this week that Pete Carroll is so successful because he really simplifies things for his team so they can just go out there and play. He said that is something that he really admires about Pete Carroll. But the real question tonight, Lou, is will this Bears team be able to bounce back after a really emotional loss in week 1? I was in the locker room. I saw the emotion from these guys. This defense seemed to step up every time the offense needed it to. How?
Just chemistry we have with each other, man.
But let's go back to Adam Shaheen, who Matt Nagy said had a really good week of practice. For him to be activated off IR, they would have to let someone go from that 53-man roster. Deion Sims, another tight end for this Bears team, not activated today. He's got a concussion, so that would probably be the switch, although no decision had been made by the Bears as of yesterday. Danny, I think you guys were up by 30, and I still saw you, cheering your guys on between each and every play. How do you stand as a leader? Even when you guys are up by so many, how do you keep these guys motivated?
I mean, I'm always looking for somebody to make a play. I'm always hyped.
We got lots more to get to on Bears Unleashed. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to head out to LA, get a little insight from NFL Network on who you should start and who you should sit on your fantasy teams this weekend. We'll be right back.
So it looks like you guys are going to be facing the Eagles at home next week. What's your first initial reaction to that?
I just think about the guys who played for the Eagles. And
The Chicago Bears, they're playoff bound, but a first-round bye still on the table this weekend. The Bears' Week 16 win over the 49ers secured at least the number 3 seed, but the Bears can still snag the number 2 seed and a bye with a win at Minnesota and a Rams loss. Bears head coach Matt Nagy spoke this week about their team's approach for Week 17. Take a listen. Chicago Bears defense came to play against the Rams, holding running back Todd Gurley to just 28 yards and picking off quarterback Jared Goff 4 times. In prime time, the Bears showed why they are leading the NFL in takeaways with 34 on the season. Guys, what was your real-time reaction, if you will, to watching this defensive display?
Well, I thought I called it in this show last week.
Join us every Friday night at 9:30 and on Saturdays. And be sure to watch the Bears post-game show this Sunday after the Bears game. Good night, everybody.